I don't go nowhere without my ruler. EP on the ruler, yeah, ruler, 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 ruler.
Hey, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy ISO Fresh, aka ISO Savage, aka ISO Rose, man. But today's video is gonna be a little bit different, bro. I wanted to talk to y'all about something that's been going on in the 2K community. It's like a little debate between does ISOing work and if it doesn't work. I just wanted to give my thoughts and my opinions on the situation. But for the most part, of the people that say ISOing doesn't work are people that use stretch bigs. And if you remember, I started off in 2K19 using a stretch big. Like, that was my main archetype. When I decided to take the game serious and actually play it a lot more, I use a stretch big because everybody knows that's one of the cheesiest archetypes in the game. It's one of the easiest archetypes to use is a stretch big. So I was a stretch big. And I'm not gonna lie, playing as a stretch big is most indeed very effective. You get easier results, I should say. It's easier to win. You don't get better results than if you ISO, but you get easier. Like, it's just easier to win if you're using a stretch big. But when it comes to ISOing, that's when we have to implement the skill gap. Because there's levels to people that know how to ISO. Like, there's different ways to ISO. There's different type of dribblers. There's just a whole bunch of variables that come into play when you're talking about ISOing. Like, you can either be a Steezo type dribbler where you're doing a whole bunch of spins and etc., moving all around the court, or you can take it back to like 2K17 and be like a standstill dribbler. You just spamming size ups and sitting in one spot and you end up open somehow. And each way is effective, each way delivers results, and each way can bring you W's. But the biggest issue is, like, people don't understand that ISOing isn't something that everyone can do. Like, you can't just pick up a controller, get a sharpshooting playmaker, ISO, and then expect to win. Like, that's not gonna happen, because it takes time to learn how to actually dribble on this game. It takes time to learn what signature styles will work best for you. It just takes time to be good enough to be able to ISO and win. But what doesn't take time is being a stretch big. As soon as I made my stretch big, as soon as I got my badges, I was already winning, because it's not hard to be a stretch big. Literally all you have to do as a stretch big, run with another big that's a glass cleaner or something that gets brick wall on gold at least, and just have him set you screens and you side to side around the screens. And each play type delivers results. Like, you're gonna win regardless, but each play type, there's a skill gap. So the people that complain about ISOing or say that ISOing doesn't work, I just feel like they're just not that skilled at the game. Don't sit here and try to say people that don't ISO that have a high win percentage. I believe that your win percentage doesn't show how good you are at the game. That may sound crazy, but I've won against people that have way better win percentages than me. I know people that have way better win percentages than me, and they're not better than me at the game. Like, people hit me up that have higher win percentages to me to run with me because they know I can ISO. Like, they don't have to do anything when it comes to playing with me. All they have to do is just sit in one spot and hit their open shots, and then I'll carry them to the W. So that win percentage argument is out the window. You can have 100 win percentage, but that doesn't mean you're amazing at the game, in my opinion. It does increase the odds that you are good at the game, but it doesn't define how skilled you are at the game. It just defines how much you win. Nobody knows how you're winning. You could be boosting, you could have been a pusher back when pushing was still in the game. Nobody knows how you win. It just defines how much you win in the game. It doesn't really define how good you are at it. To put it in perspective of real life, Bill Russell has the most rings of all time. Well, probably not all time. Sooner or later, somebody will get more. But for right now, Bill Russell has the most rings. But how many people really consider him the best? Some consider him one of the best, but nobody really considers him as the best. So winning doesn't really define how great you are. It just defines how much you won. How you win should define how great you are. If you're winning, and each time you win, you're the one carrying your team to the W, you should be considered one of the greats. That's why LeBron is considered so great, because he took that trash Cavs team to the finals. He went against all odds against the Golden State Warriors and won with a team that was just terrible. That's why he's considered one of the greats. This is why Michael Jordan is considered one of the greats. He's one of the most clutchest players of all time. So many clutch buckets where the game was tied and he hit a game winner. It's not about how much you win, it's about how you win. And when you're ISOing, the way you're winning is just superior to any other way. Not too many people on 2K know how to ISO. Not too many people on 2K know how to create their own buckets. Not too many people on 2K can have their teammates sit in a corner and allow them to do all the work. But I guarantee you, anyone that knows how to ISO can play as a stretch big, can play as a post scorer, can play as a lock, can play as any build in the game. Because once you reach the level of ISOing, there's really nothing you can do on 2K. Like, I just don't understand how people don't understand that ISOing is just where the most skilled players are at. But I guarantee you, not very many stretch bigs that have played as a big the entire 2K lifespan, just played as a big, never picked up a guard once. I bet they cannot get a sharp shooting playmaker in ISO and win more games than they lose. 9 times out of 10, their win percentage would tank. So the idea of ISOing not working, ISOing not taking skill is obsolete. It's irrelevant. But now let's get into what really even started this whole debate of ISOing. It really all starts with Steezo and Power DF. If y'all don't keep up with like 2K YouTubers and follow them on Twitter, but Steezo the God, which is probably the best dribbler in the 2K community, hands down, has beef with Power DF, which is the leader of the DF clan. And this beef all started with people like Power saying that ISO doesn't work. Now if you're Steezo, you take that as disrespect, because Steezo's really the one that started this whole ISO thing. If he didn't start it, he at least popularized it or inspired people to want to start ISOing. So when you say that ISOing doesn't work, you kind of spitting in Steezo's face. So I understand where Steezo's frustration comes from when people say these things like ISOing doesn't work or it takes no skill, because you're basically calling him trash. So I understand where Steezo's coming from in that sense. But I also understand Power's frustration, with ISOing, because if you watch Power Play, I feel like it's only on Xbox. Mainly on Xbox, there's not that many ISOs. Like, it seems like Xbox is just full of bigs or trash guards that don't ISO. So he doesn't really see or go against people that are good at ISOing, and doesn't see how effective it is and how hard it is to guard when someone's good at the game and knows how to dribble, especially someone on Steezo's level. Steezo literally invents moves. Like, how do you knock someone that invents their own moves? I don't understand that. But I'm not here to pick sides. I'm not here to say who's right, who's wrong. All I'm saying in this video is that ISOing works. As you can see, I just showed 2 gameplays of me ISOing. Teammates sat in the corner the whole game, and we won both games. I dropped like at least 16 points in each game. So it obviously works. But if y'all enjoyed this video, man, go ahead, hit that like button. Check my description for all my social media links, and all that other good stuff is down there. Subscribe to the channel if you do, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video. And I will see y'all on the next one, bro. Peace.